Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to anime on a Monday, and I'm cruising right along with Neon Genesis Evangelion. Today I'm going to react to episode 20. So I've hit the 2 bill mark on Evangelion here. Last episode was pretty crazy. Shinji tried running away again, or was going to quit over the brutal injury of his friend and classmate that he was forced to basically take out with his Eva. Even though he didn't do it, they put the dummy plug in and had him take him out anyway because his angel was taken over. Suzaharu's angel was taken over, or rather his Eva was taken over by an angel. So Shinji was pissed about it, told his father off. His father said, "I'm not going to see you again then, fine." Still not a good relationship there, but Shinji was convinced to come back after another angel attacked, and Rei and Asuka and the whole world, I guess, were in trouble. I thought Rei, it looked like Rei almost committed suicide or did a suicide bomber thing, but I guess that wasn't the case. But the episode ended with Shinji's Eva really, I don't know, kind of evolving into more of like a human. It's kind of like turning into an angel almost, or taking the angel's power, was eating it literally. So a lot going on. Of course, the show's still mostly about the characters and their feelings, emotions, actions, all of that stuff, but I'm going to read a comment that was left on the last reaction here, maybe to help myself understand a little more just with the plot and what's going on specifically. So, Dredged and Thrawn, I assume that's the commenter. I assume that's some reference to some property, I'm not sure what, but anyway, he's been commenting, or they've been commenting a lot on my videos, I believe, and with some good stuff here, some good information for me. So I'm going to read this one here. It's kind of long, but okay. He says, "There's something that you should know that's going to be very important from here on," and that I guess I didn't really comment on at the end. What Unit 1 did at the end when it ate the angel was try to incorporate / assimilate the angel's S2 engine, as it's said by Ritsuko at the end of the episode. The S2 engine, as far as we know, is an organ, a lot of quotes in this comment here, that provides an unlimited source of power to the angels. That's why Nerve's second branch, the one that disappeared in episode 17, was trying to incorporate one of the S2 engines into Eva 4. If the Evas had this organ, which they don't, they wouldn't need a power cable or an internal battery. So, oh great. Music gonna start playing loudly in the middle of my comment reading. So what does this all mean? Well, Eva Unit 1 now has an S2 engine, therefore it has now become a god. The why of this is explained later. That's what Kaji meant when he mentioned the awakening of Eva 1, or something along those lines, at the end of the episode. Just keep this in mind because it will help you understand all of the events that will unveil throughout the rest of the series. And there's a little bit more at the end that's on a different topic, but so that was the main thrust of that comment, was about explaining about what was going on with the Eva eating the angel, and it's getting this S2 engine or drive now, I guess, which is making it even more powerful. Does it have like a mind of its own kind of sort of thing? I'm not sure about that, but the unlimited source of power is, I think that's like the main thing there that's would be troubling to people, or that's going to really cause some crazy things to happen. I think it seems like Akari and Ritsuko knew about this was going to happen, maybe Kaji as well. The other people at Nerve seemed kind of surprised. Even the one girl was like about to vomit or something. It looked like they were freaking out about this, and I think it's going to be an issue then with whoever, the body, I guess Seal or whatever it's called, the body that Akari's kind of responsible for reporting to. I don't know, do they have most of the money behind this or not? I'm not exactly sure, but like he's trying to do his own thing here. It seems like he's got his own plans here, and we're gonna try to find out what that is. And yeah, I'm interested to see how Shinji's gonna react from this point as well. Like, what's gonna be his feelings on what the Evas are doing now? Probably not gonna be thinking it's a good thing, but we'll certainly have to see here and check in with Rei, Asuka, and everyone else as well. So let's do it. I might take a little pause before I jump into the reaction since this loud music's now playing right outside my house here. But yeah, let's get into the episode, which is called Of the Shape of Hearts and Human. That looks pretty freaky. Yeah, that seems like it could be a problem. I think one or two people could have predicted it. I guess the car is not there right now. The first day. So no Magi supercomputer, I guess. Jeez. Wow, that thing looks freaky. I think they're gonna be going after old Gendo here. Right, so he is still in there. He's absorbed into it, assimilated into it. Round 2 on the slapping. Ray's in the old Shinji position here. But do you really miss him? The life form that we call Shinji. Well, that is like a very scary looking image, honestly, with this evil one now. This is getting very psychological. The suit's just floating in there. The scene here won't be good for people with epilepsy. Yeah, his father's coming up there as an enemy a lot, yeah. Shinji believes he murdered his mom as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, this isn't the one. This isn't how their initial conversation went. He ran away before his mom was dead? Weaving a Story 2, Oral Stage. "31 days later, huh?"
までわからなかった。でも今はわかるような気がする。
幸せって何？
これまではわからなかった。大事にしてくれる。それが
Sure if this is a real conversation they had also, or just
僕を支えているすべてなんだ。だから
in his mind,
エヴァに乗らなきゃいけない。
or changed around like that other one was.
敵、言う通りにエヴァに乗ってみんなの言う通りに勝たなきゃいけないんだ。そうじゃないと誰も律子さん
This is kind of like a recap episode too in a way.
父さんも
I guess that was weaving a story too.
戦ったんだ。こんなに一生懸命戦ってるんだ。僕のことを大事にしてよ。僕に優しくしてよ。
人一つになりたい。
What?
心も体も一つになりたい。それはとてもとても気持ちいい。シンジ、私と一つになりたくない？心も体も一つ。私と一つになりたい。心も体も一つになりたい。心も体も一つになりたい。
Interesting scene here.
気持ちいいことなの。ほら安心して。
第一信号を送ります。エヴァ、信号受信、拒絶反応なし。
続けて第二。シンジ君。バカシンジ。
シンジ君。
あ、シンジ。
Baka Shinji.
今回がループ上に固定されています。
全波形域を全方位で照射してみて。
にも変化が見られます。プラス 0.3 を確認。
現状位置を最優先。
It's like some more mumbo jumbo happening here.
プラス 0.5、0.8。
シンジ君。わからない。僕は
Just wants people to be nice to
何を
him.
願うの？何？エヴァ、信号拒絶。
LCL の自己フォーメーションが分解していく。
シンジ君。
エヴァの中だよ。エヴァの中？僕はまたエヴァに乗ったの。
今までの自分を、自分の過去を否定することはできないわ。ただこれからの自分をどうするかは。人一人助けられなくて何が科学よ。シンジ君を返して。
匂い。人の匂い。
Come on, wake up, Shinji.
お母さんの匂いだ。
セカンドインパクトの後に生きていくのか、この子は。この
になるわよ。だって生きているんですもの。幸せになるチャンスは。
そうだったな。男だったらシンジ、女だったらレイと名付ける。
シンジ。
Is Rei really his daughter? I think I speculated something like that toward the beginning of the series. Or is that just in Shinji's head? Because I guess if he's the one thinking about it... Oh, there he is.
シンジ君。
I guess if he was the one thinking about it, that's just... It's tied in about his thoughts that he knows how his father acts with Rei.
道具として使っちゃうのね。人間ってやつは。どうかしら。ゲリオ。人が作ったにしては。
The artificial human.
大きすぎいいけどさ。
私の力じゃないわ。シンジ君が無事と分かったら男と密会とはね。
だって軽蔑してるわね。きっと。
情欲に溺れてる方が人間としてリアルだ。
あなた人のことには興味ないもの。そのくせ寂しがる。本当お父さんと同じ。
まだ吸ってたんだな。
こういうことの後にしか吸わないわ。だから知ってるのはカジ君だけよ。
Telling him she hasn't been with any of their guys lately.
ロボスアダム。なぜ地下に保護されてるの？
それが知りたくて俺と会って。
Usually that is the time to get a guy, it's to reveal their secrets when they're most vulnerable. He's too smooth.
ごまかさないでよ、こんなことで。
I guess this is one way to save the money on a static shot like this. I had another comment recently where someone said that like they watched this when they were 8 years old,
変なもの入れないでよ。
and like
こんな時にもう。
I just can't imagine like even a scene like this for one thing, but the whole show in general. Oh, it's over as I'm talking. But the whole show in general, like with all the themes and like everything, like how could a little kid understand this? But anyway, so yeah, it was not the most exciting episode, but maybe a necessary one for getting us into the home stretch here after the big reveal from the end of last one. Partially it was a kind of another recap episode a little bit, and that might be why the interstitial said Weaving a Story 2, because I think Weaving a Story 1 was the first time they did like the full almost recap episode. This one was a mix of, it was Shinji thinking, you know, it's the whole show has been about like sense of self. Mentioned that phrase a bunch of times. How you feel about yourself, how you feel about yourself in regards to others, what's the meaning of being around, doing stuff, you know, all of that. I was encapsulated again with Shinji literally becoming a different form, being assimilated into the Eva and needing to be removed from it back as himself, a human. But, you know, so a lot of it was him thinking about past things and recapping some of that stuff that way. Although a lot of the scenes we saw in his head were changed around in some way. I'm pretty sure the first one with him on the elevator, or the escalator rather, with Rei, when they're talking about his father, there was a scene like that. In this one, his memory though, or you know what he's thinking in his head here, is it went down a little differently. There more things were said. I think more of like the literal things maybe he wanted to say or he was thinking, or he thought that she was really thinking. And then we saw another scene with them too, which I don't remember if they had that or not, if that was supposed to be another flashback, changed it around or what. We saw obviously a lot of stuff about his father and his mother. There was that kind of a strange scene with him and the three women, or the two girls and one woman, I guess, technically, where they're kind of like naked or whatever, but they all keep going into him, like, do you want to merge with me or whatever? So he's getting lines crossed there about merging with the Eva and merging with other people. So I don't know, I don't think it's purely sexual in nature, but it's something to do with that as well as feelings. Like, Misato's kind of like a mother figure for him, but he could also see her as a woman, whatever, you know. But I think it's more of those feelings are probably tied up with Asuka, who calls him Baka Shinji, idiot Shinji. And then the Rei thing, who knows, that's like a sister kind of, or who knows what is. Well, I was kind of commenting about it when it was happening, maybe talking over some other stuff, but he had this memory of his father and mother talking. Now, that's why I was wondering if it was real or not. If, like, I guess they could have been talking when he was a baby there. Like, there's no way a baby would remember a conversation that their parents had, you know, years later like this. So is this just, are we to take it that he did somehow remembering, or just that, like, a lot of other things happening in here, it's what different feelings and memories are tied together. And actually, I was saying it was, yeah, when he was a baby, because they were showing a baby too. They're talking about a baby brought into this world, but actually it had to be, the conversation would only make sense before he was even born, because they were debating about the name, or they're saying Shinji if it's a boy, Rei if it's a girl. So maybe, I guess most likely it's just like tied into his thoughts about everything too, like thinking the dad likes Rei more than him, or it's his I think it even said in this one, you replaced me with her. But if that was a real conversation that happened, would that imply that Rei is somehow his literal child as well, and he had a daughter somehow, and then named her Rei, because if he was debating Rei if it's a girl, Shinji if it's a boy. I don't know. Again, it's probably the former, you know, just all these mixed up thoughts in Shinji's head, but yeah, we'll see. And then with the dad here, yeah, so he is, I guess, in trouble with Seal. They've lost control of everything. They said they're going to rein him in, put a bell around his neck, whatever, but I have a feeling he's probably going to get around it somehow or whatever. We'll see. And I think the final part of the series here might have some showdown between them, and then we really do need to learn more about Gendo here, and like what his ultimate goals are, what his reason for doing all of this is. I think we do, at least. And then, yeah, with Misato, obviously very distraught over what happened with Shinji, and relieved when he's saved at the end there. So she really is like his mother, essentially. And then, you know, going with Kaji there, and that whole scene at the end with them. Is it going to be like well, first of all, we have to see if something tragic happens between them by the end of this, or they really can just get back together like this and be a couple. in a world that makes sense, in a world where everything's not run amok. Angels, Evas, and danger, all this. And it is like, will it be like a quasi family with Shinji being like their son sort of thing? I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, even though it wasn't the most action-packed episode or anything, like I was kind of saying, there was a fair amount to talk about, I think, there, based on all that stuff that happened with the assimilation of Shinji and Eva 1 there, so ready to get back into it next Anime Monday for episode 21 of NGE here. Do join me back for that one. Do subscribe if you're not already. Leave me some more comments. Debate in the comments. Oh, I'll throw this in real quick too. I know on my last reaction too, a lot of people were commenting about different shows they might like to see me react to in the future. So yeah, keep those suggestions coming. I don't know what I'm going to do next necessarily. I do want to keep doing shows that people are interested in, that, you know, more people will want to, would be interested in reactions for. So if there's some consensus one way or the other, that'd be good. But who knows? Everyone's got their own favorites. Everyone wants to throw out what they want. And of course, from my perspective too, I do want to pick new shows to react to that aren't just like, you know, ones that will be popular, but also ones that interest me particularly. So anyway, that is just to say, I do read the comments, yeah, for your suggestions. I do take suggestions for sure. So keep those coming, and yeah, join me back next time. But until then, I'm out of here. Peace.